What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another drawing tutorial. Yarnaby with the open mouth. I've done Yarnaby just kind of looking forward, but this is like the one that's like coming for you. Terrifying. Puppy playtime is so scary. I always say this every time I draw puppy playtime. I have to like not give my kids take my drawings, you know, but I have to make sure I don't give them these ones because they won't sleep. So let's try and draw this landscape page. Pencil eraser, hit pause if I go too fast. So this is like harder than you would think now. Because it's like you're doing a tennis ball that's kind of sliced in half. You know, if you slice the tennis ball in half and like open it up, you've got these two cups side by side, right? And they kind of come out from a center circle that has teeth in it as well. Maybe do the center circle first. So it's kind of like, yeah, a bumpy, because there's all teeth, right, coming out of here. So we'll do it bumpy. It's kind of like a fleshy gum line. Okay, there's all teeth in there. But this is like the center point where the circle for the tennis ball cut in half kind of folds out from. So let's say there's like a little bump just above it there. You could join it, but wouldn't be accurate. So you got to go like out to about there, I'd say. So that was the outside of his head. And then, yeah, so we'll go, there's like two lines, about the same width. Well, it doesn't have to be the exact same, but so if that's like the width of his head, they're kind of open coming around here, which is tricky. So we'll do the rest. Go. It's kind of like an oval sort of shape because it's like turned on its side, you know. And there is all sort of teeth coming out from it and everything, so. Goes right up into there, and so there's some teeth like over the lines, but say if I went there, kind of like okay, kind of looks like a butterfly or something, but let's try this side now. So this is like harder to draw than you would expect. Right? So there's all teeth and like edge lines and everything, right? So this has another sort of edge line, so you just like go around it again. It's like two halves of a coconut or a tennis ball or something. Gets quite thin then in here. That's sort of like thin here as well, and then just trying to follow that now. I'm very thin up here again. Right. So the eye is kind of like turned sideways here. So we'll add those eyes, and then we'll get like the shape for these two balls and the eyes and stuff, and then we'll do all the teeth and gums and weird mouth stuff. So say like the eye is there, and it kind of like curves over, and it's got like a black section on top. So it's like black up there. And then we'll do the same over this side pretty much. Oh, I'll bring it closer, sorry. So if I went, yeah, we'll go just here. So that could be the black section. Sorry, two of those, same shape anyway. I'm trying to get them the same on both sides. that's right anyway. So this sort of joins to his head, like here. Goes right to the corner there. Kind of the same on this side. There's all sort of hair on this side. But we'll just do it the same anyway. Like all the yarn comes out from there then. On this end of his mouth, there is teeth, right? So it kind of like goes to there, but you start to get these spiky teeth kind of that are on his closed face, you know. And that just like joins the eye there, kind of. So they're white. There's two on that side and one on this side. So say like here there's one. And then that just joins there. There's like a gum line or something here. So that's the outside teeth, and then we got to do all that stuff inside here. So spiky, you just add like real spiky teeth coming around. And then there's like all sorts of gum line textures and stuff inside. All coming around here. And then all the teeth sort of curl into his mouth. So like this. Right, they're like curling around. Then they'll have like round sort of bottom parts to them. I think it kind of stops here. And then this happens the whole way around. And some of them can be pretty small. And then suddenly you could have like a bigger one. And these ones kind of stick out this way a bit. So you could go over your edge line now a bit. Some of them I think hang out with the mouth. We'll do this over here. So we'll start, say, with that. And then some smaller ones as we go down. Then we have to add a gum line that's in between the teeth. So it's kind of like just sort of bumping around here. and then there's all bumpy sort of lines on the inside, right? So it's kind of like this gum line goes around, and there's all like red sort of saliva and everything. It's really weird. Okay, so that's the open mouth. Now we got to do the yarn. So basically there is loads of tubes coming out of his head with curved lines. If you drew my other Yarnaby, you'll know what I'm talking about. So let's just like begin adding. So it's like it's all purple and blue down here. And what you could do them sort of hairy on the end if you wanted, or you could do them like flat and square. So it's kind of up to you what way to do that. Some of them would be overlapping other ones and all sorts of stuff, right? There's loads of these now, so we just got to motor through them. These ones all hang down fairly vertically. Some of them get thicker as we go along as well. And they start coming out from the side of his head then here. Do 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 do, bum ba dum, and just, you know, keep adding them until you're happy. Do do do. There could be clusters of them, you know. So you could do like a big lump like this and then sort of try and like separate it out. And they all go back like a big lion's mane then. I am not saying much because there's nothing much to say. You just keep sort of adding these little dudes wherever you think they're needed. Basically, you're just going to fill all the gaps. some that like whip up here. Okay. So they need sort of all these winding sort of texture lines on them to make them look like they're kind of twisting. So on all of these now, you have to do it. I know, but I will power through and we will get it done. So you just like go around each one of them like this, right? Curving. You want to make sure it's curved just because you make it look like these are curved structures then. And you just do like 4, maybe 5. And you just do them all. Kind of like that. Boom, boom. Okay. And then they're all multicolored strings, basically. So his claws then, so he's walking forward. One of them's like back behind this yarn, and then one's like right here. We'll do the one here first. We'll just like bump it around. Big claws, right? Like big lions sort of claws. Right. And then each of these will be a toe. And then down here. And we gotta like just do a bit of a leg or something, just going that way. Might be another claw on the side of his paw there, but I'm not sure. And then we can see like a little bit of his paw just kind of walking. Like here, this is like a claw up in the air kind of. And there may be like some little spiky toes sticking out there, and maybe one more here somewhere. And so that's it, Yarnaby with the mouth open. Hope it's helpful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.